Last night, the World Rugby Awards for 2024 took place, and there were a couple of interesting decisions that were made with the awards given out. We're going to get into all of that, including Nick Mallett resigning, John Smith sort of stepping down, Rassie Erasmus not winning Coach of the Year. If you haven't, please hit that subscribe button, leave this video a like, and as always, drop your opinions and thoughts down in the comments, because I think there are a couple of sides that people can take away from this. Let's get into it. So just to give you an overview of sort of what happened at the World Rugby Awards last night. Men's Player of the Season, Pieter-Steph du Toit, was between Pieter-Steph, Caelan Doris, Eben Etzebeth and Cheslin Kolbe. I think they got that spot on with Pieter-Steph winning that award. A lot of people said maybe Cheslin is going to win it, but I think Pieter-Steph du Toit has been by far our best, not by far, but he's been our best player for the Springboks this season, and I think he deserved Player of the Season. Then another one that we sort of highlighted was the Breakthrough Player of the Year, and that was Wallace Setiti, who plays for New Zealand, and as soon as he broke onto the scene this season, we knew that he was going to be something special, and he showed why for New Zealand. You also had Sasha Feinberg and Ngumazulu on that list, and I think a little bit unfortunate for him, because if he didn't get injured, I think his name definitely would have been up there, but I can't disagree with Wallace Setiti getting that award. And in the men's 15 Dream Team of the Year, there were 7 Springbok players: Ox, Malcolm, Eben, Pieter-Steph du Toit, our centre pairing, Damien Delende, Jesse Creel, and obviously Cheslin Kolbe. So just less than 50% of the Dream Team of the Year was filled with Springboks, which takes me to the point of this video and who won Coach of the Year. Now, for some context, there's a men's 7s Player of the Year, there's a men's 15s Player of the Year. Pieter-Steph du Toit won it for the 15s, Anton Dupont won it for the 7s in this iteration of the World Rugby Awards. But there's only one coach, one best coach in the world for rugby. There's not a 7s and at 15s coach, there's only one, which is a little bit confusing, because if you're differentiating the players and kind of saying that it's a different sport, then surely you have to do that with the coaches as well. Which brings me on to the biggest point of this video, and Rassie Erasmus being snubbed and not being awarded the best rugby coach of 2024. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of background about this, right? Because Nick Mallett has resigned from last year's panel because Jacques Nienaber didn't get awarded the 2023 Coach of the Season after winning the Rugby World Cup. Andy Farrell ended up getting it in 2023, who coached Ireland, who, yes, beat the Springboks in the World Cup. Yes, I think they won 6 Nations last year, but they didn't make it past the quarterfinal in a Rugby World Cup. And surely a team that wins the Rugby World Cup is the best coach team in the world. So there was a little bit of controversy around that. And as we know, Nick Mallett is not any stranger to controversy. I was also very dissatisfied with the 2015 Coach of the Year when they selected Australia's Michael Cheika over New Zealand's Steve Hansen, who won the World Cup. So it seems like if you win the World Cup, you can't really win the Coach of the Year. So this has also led to John Smith stepping down from the panel. He said that he served his 4 years and that's the reason, but I think there was a little bit of unhappiness with Rassie Erasmus not being chosen to win the Coach of the Year. Now, let me get on to who the person is that won Coach of the Year in 2024. The person who won World Rugby Coach of the Year is Jerome Derret. I hope I said that right, but he coaches the French 7 side. And yes, the French within 7s have had a very, very good year, right? They haven't won for a long time, then they end up winning in Los Angeles in March, following that up with another win in Madrid, and then in July they end up winning the Olympic Games in Paris. They ended up beating Argentina, South Africa and Fiji to win that Olympic medal. And I do think we need to keep this in mind. There needs to be separate categories for this, because you're not picking Rassie Erasmus, right, who is arguably the best mind in rugby at the moment. It's always been said that the Springboks can't win between World Cups. The Springboks have just won 11 out of 13 games in their season, and the 2 they lost were by 1 point to Ireland and Argentina. You look at the Dream Team that they selected, there's 7 Springboks in the Dream Team that World Rugby Awards have selected, but still Rassie Erasmus hasn't done enough. The best player in the world this year is Pieter-Steph du Toit. So things just aren't making sense here. Rassie Erasmus, in my opinion, should have been named Coach of the Year. Last year, Jacques Nienaber should have been named Coach of the Year. Andy Farrell got it. This year, Rassie Erasmus should have been named Head Coach of the Year. And Jerome Dorette got it from France. So I'm not making this video to sort of slight Jerome or say that he's not a good coach. I'm saying that World Rugby have got it wrong. I'm saying that there needs to be two categories, just like we have with the players. There needs to be two categories for coaches in terms of sevens and in terms of 15s. And I think maybe then we can even have a women's one as well. Best women's coach of the year for the women's side of the game. I know that there aren't many women's coaches within women's rugby, but I think as we start transforming the game, that needs to be put into place, because you can't have a guy like Rassie Erasmus not getting awarded for his genius. I mean, he's 51 players this year. What other coach is doing that? 11 out of 13 of the Springboks that can't win between World Cups. He's won back-to-back World Cups. The Springboks won a rugby championship this year. Their points difference is incredible. The only two games they lost were by 1 point. There's Springboks littered all over the awards, but yet Rassie Erasmus hasn't done enough to win Coach of the Year. So it's a very, very interesting one, and I can see why Nick Mallett's frustrated. I can see why John Smith's frustrated. I can see why people online are frustrated. I'm frustrated as a Springbok supporter. Rassie Erasmus needs his flowers, and what does he have to do? Go and win 3 World Cups in a row, and maybe then not even get the Coach of the Year. So nothing against Jerome and the French 7 side. I just think World Rugby have got the categories wrong. I think we need to expand their coaching categories, and I think they got this one wrong. Yes, I understand how much Jerome has done for sevens within France, but Antoine Dupont also came and started playing for the 7 side. So a lot of that could also be on Dupont's shoulders. I mean, he won Sevens Player of the Year. So I don't know. It's an interesting one. I just wanted to open up this line of communication. You guys let me know what you think down in the comments. I'm very, very disappointed by that, but very, very well done to Peter Steph du Toit, Wallace Titi, all the guys in the dream team, all the ladies that I actually didn't even mention in this video, but well done to a lot of the ladies that also made the dream team and the winners. Rugby's in a good spot at the moment, but we just need to sort out these last couple of things. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Hit that subscribe button, leave this video a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.